Hi, welcome to the Songwriter Diaries. This is a podcast all about picking the brain of every songwriter that you know. So grab a glass of wine and join us. My name is Megan Ellsworth. My co-host is Caroline Stump. This is the Songwriter Diaries. We're all depressed, so let's write a song about it.
Hello, and welcome to the final episode of season 8 of the Songwriter Diaries.
Oh my god. This is
I
insane.
never thought we would get here, honestly.
I know, this is nuts. And we have a Patreon. We're like really grown up now. It's crazy.
We are so grown up. If you have not looked at our Patreon yet, we are killing it over there with the video content. And
Caroline's
maybe
killing
in
it.
the future, we will release those to the public. But for now, they are just over on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can financially support
prompts.
us. And songwriting prompts, a songwriting space to share your songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun over there.
It's so fun. Aw.
Please
And
join.
if you don't know about it, for shame, go join up. Link in bio.
I'm like, we are trying to make money off of this now. We've been doing 8 seasons, no income, people. Let's
No
go.
income.
But that just proves we love it, you know?
Yeah, we do. This is so fun. And this episode is Q&A to finish out the season. And we got some fun questions. So let's hit it off.
So our first question is from Jordan Lair, which we love you,
OMG,
Jordan.
hey.
And it is, Jordan was on an episode.
Yes,
I always forget the Tricky Existence. Yep, the Tricky Existence crossover. Go listen to that with Jordan Lair and Pearl Tate. We love them. But she asks us, which song on Midnights emotionally wrecked you the most? And now, secret time, pre-recording, I asked Meg if they had listened to Midnights, and they said, yeah, with a sad, uncomfortable face. So clearly Meg is not a fan.
Oh no.
Of Midnights.
I'm getting called out.
A Taylor Swift hater. But here I am as a Swiftie. I am a Swiftie. So, okay, Meg,
so
share
why don't you answer that? Okay, I'll share my thoughts. Well, first of all, I would like to preface this with I love Taylor Swift. Like, I think she's a great business person. I think she is a great songwriter. Her music's just not really my bag. I've never really been a Taylor Swift like fan musically. I mean, I love her hits. I love some of those hits. Like, she writes a damn good pop song. But, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I skimmed through Midnights and I was like, meh. It's just not really the kind of music that I like to listen to. And, but I will say there's one song on TikTok that's like trending. The Sparkle, Bejeweled. That one's fun. That one is fun and it's catchy and I like that one. Okay. So that's what I have to say about that.
I could make a whole podcast episode just about this album.
I
think this is her most well-written album lyrically. Love it lyrically.
Really? Wow. Love that.
Because the first time I listened through, I was very distracted by the sounds and the instrumentation and the production. And I wasn't really focusing on the lyrics that much. But if you go through and you actually listen to the lyrics and even read along with the like song that's going on, it is incredible. So the first line that stuck out to me is, I have it pulled up.
Oh my God, yes. I love this. Let's deep dive.
Deep dive. It's from the song High Infidelity, which I think is on the 3 a.m. version, have you listened to yes, it is. Have you listened to the 3 a.m. version?
No.
Those are my favorite songs. The 3 a.m. version has extra songs and they're my favorites on the album. Okay. I think that's an unpopular opinion.
Hot take.
I don't know.
We only deliver hot takes here.
Only hot takes. But the line is, you know, there's many different ways that you can kill the one you love. The slowest way is never loving them enough. And that line
Shit.
destroyed
Fuck.
me. I was sobbing. It destroyed me.
Damn.
So that one definitely emotionally wrecked me the most.
Okay.
Just that line in particular is so good. My
That is
favorites,
good.
Anti-Hero is so good.
I do like that one. Yes.
Like so relatable. And oh my gosh, she's just incredible. And the music video, so good.
Cute. I love that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then another one that I really like is Vigilante Shit. It is very good.
Is that the cat eye one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That one's a bop. But yeah, the one, I mean, all of the lyrics are so good. I need to like listen through again. Oh, You're on Your Own, Kid. That also emotionally wrecked me.
I did like that one musically.
You always have been. Bitch, yes, I have. I've always been on my own.
Oh shit.
Taylor just knows, man.
Oh man.
It's just so good. And I'm sure I'll have others that emotionally wreck me the more I listen. Dear Reader is so good. To close, is that on the main one or is that just on the 3 a.m.?
Is that the last one on the main one?
No, that is only on the 3 a.m. version.
Okay, yeah, I should listen to the 3 a.m. version.
Dear Reader, it closes the album. It is so good. Again, lyrically, just amazing. I think this is her best lyrical content. And I'm a Swiftie for life. I signed up for the pre-sale.
You did?
Well,
she's coming to Nashville and Haim is playing with her.
Well, see, I saw Haim. I'm not a huge Haim. Live. I love their music. Live, I was not impressed. I'm sorry. Maybe it was about show.
Oh my God.
I was not impressed with them live. Have you seen them live?
Oh, yes, I love them. Oh my God, live,
their vocals are not that good.
I creamed my pants. Their vocals are not that good. Maybe it was an off night because
it must have been an off night.
I was literally front row, like in pit, and I made direct eye contact with SD Haim, the bassist, and the eldest sister, and I fucking love her bass face. And
yes.
Oh my God, I'm such a huge Haim fan. Like I'm a diehard Haim fan.
Yeah, maybe it was just an off night.
Maybe it was.
Because I was not super impressed. It was also in an outdoor venue, so that could be it too. Always, But Phoebe Bridgers is opening in Nashville, so that's why I want to go. This is how you know Taylor is so talented, because she has such talented openers.
I know, and the fact that she loves Phoebe Bridgers makes me respect Taylor even more than I already did, because I'm like, even though like I don't love Taylor's music just because it's a different genre than I prefer, I know that she respects and appreciates good music, aka Phoebe Bridgers. And I love that.
And just as a businesswoman, so great. The first woman,
smart,
first person, I think, to have all of their songs in the top 10. The top 10 Billboard charts. It was all Taylor Swift, and it was the first time ever that a man wasn't in the top 10. Isn't that wild?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. She's obviously an icon.
Yeah.
I'm just not a pop girl, I'm not a pop girly.
That is fair. You liked Folklore and Evermore.
Yeah, see, I'm a folk. Yeah. And for some reason, I was kind of thinking Midnight's was gonna be along that vein. And this is more like Reputation, but also a little folklory. It's definitely more pop. Anywho, we stand Taylor and Haim. We stand Taylor and Phoebe.
The more I listen to this album, I'm sure the more it will emotionally wreck me, but I hope that was satisfying, Jordan. Also, just to clarify again, I like Haim's music. It was probably an off night. I don't want to come on here as a Haim hater. I love Haim. Okay. There's a reason I bought tickets to their show. Okay.
She's not a Haim hater.
I'm not a Haim hater. I literally bought tickets to their show, and they had some great songs. There was just one of them that I was not thrilled with their singing. And I don't remember which one, so don't come at me.
So don't ask.
Next question. Moving on.
Okay.
The Haim fandom's we're canceled.
You're gonna be pissed.
This is from Jacob Larson.
Hey,
previous
Jacob.
2-time guest. So listen to those episodes. And he asks, how has your experience in the music industry changed since 2020, whether that be in live performance or on the industry business side?
Oh my God, I love that question. I love him. Hi, Jacob. I love you.
Hi, Jacob.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. I would say my relationship with music and my musical career has deeply changed since like 2019 or like the beginning of the pandemic, 2020. I feel like I was on like this upward trajectory, like getting out of college, and then 2021 I like released an album, and then end of 2021 and beginning of 2022 I was totally burnt. I like burnt myself out after the album release, um, and then some other things, and now I feel like I'm trying to find the joy in music again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing less shows as like a solo artist, and I'm singing more backup harmonies and vocals in other bands, which is really fun, and I'm taking more of a lead role in Colin's band Tomato Soup, and that's like fun for me. And because I have such a cushy like day job, like music has the ability to just, to like be fun. It doesn't have to be like an all-consuming career for me. And also like diving into Songwriter Diaries, and we've been doing more episodes and stuff. Um, and I've been like freelancing podcast editing and stuff. I kind of 20 like the pandemic kind of made me realize that I've been doing music since I was so small. And like all I ever wanted was to be like, you know, the big person on the Grammy stage, and I feel like the pandemic kind of taught me that like I don't need that to be content, and maybe I don't even want that at all. And I like gardening, and I love cooking and baking, and just casually writing a song purely to process my emotions and maybe not play it for anyone ever. But I will say I do want to record another album, but I think the last 2 years have been a really deep time of growth for me. I feel like I've actually become an adult. Um, and that's like weird and transformative, but it's also good. So yeah, that's where I'm at with music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like so many people went through the transition of 2020 up till now of maybe what I thought I wanted for so long isn't actually what I want or
Mm-hmm.
need.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had a similar experience of also released an album start of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to perform out. I had just moved to Nashville a few months prior. I'm going to write with other people. I'm going to do the writers' rounds. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't. And I really didn't feel like anything was missing,
Mm-hmm.
which I think was kind of scary because I had this whole plan of, I obviously moved to Nashville for an industry job, but then I've
Right.
kind of dove into the industry. I've focused a lot on our podcast,
Mm-hmm.
started doing social media stuff for Jacob, ironically,
Who wrote the
the
question?
question asker,
Hey.
and kind of trying to, pursue more on that side
Mm-hmm.
than songwriting. And I still write like a decent amount,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily songs, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that since the pandemic, it's a lot of work having a full-time job and being a creative person and also going through so many horrific things in our country
Mm-hmm.
and in the world. Um, it's just exhausting. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I've taken more time to just be with the people I love and do things not to make a profit or even just make an impact just for me,
Mm-hmm.
Like I love
Totally.
doing puzzles.
I
I
love how
love
much you love
embroidering.
puzzles.
I'm
Yes.
horrible at embroidering, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I like reading and going on walks,
Mm-hmm.
things that are not necessarily productive. And that's been a hard shift for me, especially since 2020 of, oh, I need to be doing something all the time that's making a difference and making an impact.
Yeah.
However, recently I have been wanting to get more blah, 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 back into songwriting more.
Love that.
So actually tonight with Bonnie, I have my first co-write in Nashville ever. Ever.
Oh my
So
God.
that's wild. And it's with Bonnie, so it's going to be
And
chill.
she's been
also,
a guest. Love
yes,
her.
Bonnie's been a past guest. Go listen to that episode. She's one of my biggest inspirations ever.
I love her.
She is so industry driven, but still loves to write and loves to perform and all that stuff, but doesn't feel the need to do the whole writers round thing all the time, which I have so many friends that do that all the time to, get their name out there, make connections, and it's just exhausting.
Yeah. No,
and
totally.
If it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
But don't feel the need to do it just because that's what people are telling you need to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it's been a shift of what I thought I wanted for so long versus what I actually want in my life. And I think I'm in that transition. It's like a quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully like a third life crisis. I don't want to live until I'm at 100. That seems old. I'm going to be decrepit. But I'm having some sort of life crisis. That's not really a crisis. It's good. It's,
Yeah, it's like a transformation.
Yes. So very excited about that. Wanting to get back into music, but wanting to not take it as seriously.
Yes.
Same. And that might sound bad, but I don't know.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, it's just it really is exhausting. And if somehow I got the means to quit my day job and do songwriting full time, I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
Because it's so draining creatively, and I love the industry so much. And I love helping other writers and other artists. And I don't think I would give that up for the spotlight. I don't think I would. Yeah. But if that happens in 10 years, don't come at me and quote this episode. Can you imagine?
On November 7th, 2022.
I start touring for like yodeling or something.
Yodeling. Oh my God. I'm going to pause the recording really quick because I need to plug in my laptop.
All right. These next two questions are from Lily Detay, also a past guest.
Lily Detay.
And my best friend.
Yes, and the host of New Song November, which we're not doing this year. And I'm honestly glad because I was like, that's so much pressure.
It's so much pressure and so much work. And I think everyone should do it if they have time. And Lily would tell you, do not put the pressure on yourself. Just write a new song anytime you can.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you hit every day.
Yep.
And Megan and I were going to do it and alternate days. But you know what? We said no.
We said maybe not. But we were like, everyone else should do it.
Yeah, everyone else should do it. It's a lot, especially when we're going through this creative transformation.
Yes, precisely.
That's our excuse for not doing it, but everyone should go do it and follow Lily Detay to see her songs every day.
Yes.
They're amazing. It's frustrating that she can write good songs like every day.
I know. It's incredible.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Whatever.
So she had two questions, one for you, one for me.
Oh, okay.
So this is her question for you.
Okay.
Megan.
Hey,
how
Lily.
has touring differed for you this year compared to other years? What have you learned?
Ooh, okay. Well, I didn't really go on a tour this year. But I've definitely traveled and played shows. And I think that's what the difference is. Like usually I go like on a little road trip every summer with my partner Colin and we play a few shows. And we did that this year, but it was way more low key. Like we played like one backyard show for my family. And then but in the spring I like was traveling.
Everyone go watch the video version to see Phoebe just
see my
posing
cat
in the background behind Megan's head.
She's so majestic. God damn it. But I was definitely playing more shows in the spring of this year. And I like got flown out to play in New Orleans, which was really cool for like a roofing conference, and it paid really well, and it was
Yes.
awesome. Um, and so I guess that's the difference. Usually, like I would take a road trip during the summer and play more like book shows and like play shows. But this year I didn't really do that. I just kind of enjoyed a fun road trip with my partner, and we brought a friend with us, and but we're pretty much planning on touring next summer, Ellsworth, and then maybe even Tomato Soup. So
Yes,
just
so exciting.
like taking that idea of like not taking everything quite so serious, and like Colin has this saying of like you're either silly or serious, and I want to live life silly. I want to be silly more often and not so serious.
I
And so yeah,
love that. Oh,
that's
Colin,
what
also a
touring has
past
been like.
guest.
Colin, yes, Tomato Soup.
You could tell we just have like we genuinely love all the people we interview.
I know, yeah.
So, like, please go listen to
Hey.
their episodes because we actually value their opinions and thoughts.
Yeah, and they're so wise. It's amazing.
So wise. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I've never done like a tour. I've obviously played shows, but Lily and I actually booked a tour for when COVID was happening.
Oh, that's right.
And I was so excited to actually go on a tour, especially with Lily because she tours constantly. So she just kind of knows the ways of touring that I don't know. And also just like a week-long road trip with your best friend is always great.
Yeah, so fun.
But yeah, then obviously COVID happened, but I'm hoping that someday we can do it again or do a show in Des Moines because even just our advertising and marketing was like all our childhood pictures together where we're like have little bowl cuts and oh my gosh, it was everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can do that again at some point. And
you guys should do a tour from Tennessee to Denver.
We could. But it's just now we have full-time jobs, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit.
Shit, you have to work? Crazy. Okay, and then Lily asked me a question as well.
Okay.
So I didn't feel left out.
Okay, good.
She says, Caroline, how has working on the industry side of music influenced your songwriting? Which I thought this was a very interesting question. And I would say kind of what we talked about before of working in music all the time makes it like kind of not fun to work on music when I'm not working. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Yeah.
It's exhausting. Like you work all day at your roofing job. Can you imagine if just afterwards you literally had to go and like go roof houses for fun?
Fuck
like
no.
Yeah, like just, you know, I mean, that's a horrible comparison.
That's so bad, but I get it.
But working in music and then writing music after working in music all day and working on getting songwriters paid all day.
Yeah.
Just sometimes you need a break from the industry entirely. And also just this is my first job out of college, like my first full-time job, which I'm so blessed to have. But I didn't realize how exhausting it would be, like working a full 9-to-5 job because I never had one before. And so I think that's also influenced my songwriting in the sense that I don't have the energy or the mental capacity. I just want to sit on my couch and eat dinner and watch a movie and go to bed. Like I don't want to spend time getting my creative juices flowing and write, which I'm trying to get better at because it's when I start writing, I always enjoy it. It's just getting started that is very difficult for me. But yeah, and then I also think it has I'm a 12-year-old boy. It has also made me more open to co-writing, I think, working in the industry.
Yay.
Because I see how many artists have so many writers on their songs. Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to write with 10 people. That's horrible. And it's horrible for your publishers. Stop doing it. But I see how much goes into just creating one song. And I think now it's kind of encouraged me to like get new perspectives because I'm usually a solo writer.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring it usually to Ben, also past guest. Ben. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Ben Paisano of Corsicana. Great producer, great guest. Listen to
He's
his
the
episode
best
as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll bring it to him and he'll, add his zhuzh to it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I usually write solo, so it's encouraged me to kind of look into co-writing more.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that you're doing your first Nashville co-write
today. I know. Hopefully it happens. We have the habit of bailing on each other because, again, we're working full-time industry jobs and it's fucking exhausting. So we'll see if it happens. I mean, it will happen at some point, but it should be good. I'm like nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'm like always nervous about writing with people because I'm like, what if I'm actually not good? And I think that I'm better than I am. And then I go in and I'm like, everyone's like, oh, your writing is horrible.
Well, luckily, we live in such a polite society that like no one would really ever say that. But is that worse or better is the question.
That is true. I mean, I wouldn't want, I admire Bonnie so much, I wouldn't want her to say it to my face.
I know.
She can say it behind my back. That's fine.
Yeah.
Not like she would. I'm painting Bonnie to be like so critical. Bonnie's like, I do not care. This is just fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's how it's shaped my thought. It's really shaped my thoughts on music and also made me way more impressed by songwriters and musicians. I think working in the industry, like people release content all the time.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even like, I kind of thought it would slow down during the pandemic and that it would now be picking back up. But honestly, I feel like it's the opposite way. I feel like during the pandemic, people were releasing a lot more. I mean, we're still in the pandemic. Don't get me wrong. But during the height of the pandemic, people were releasing a lot more than I think they are now, which maybe is not statistically correct. And it's just my outlook on it. But yeah. It's a wild west out here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. Hey now. Okay, I have one question just to be festive.
Oh, yes.
Since this is our final episode. So, what's your favorite holiday song?
Okay. Mine's going to be the most predictable answer from me. And it's Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. But I love that song. Love that song.
God.
Okay.
Yeah,
what is your favorite?
Mine's by Merle Haggard, covered by Phoebe Bridgers. I know. I love both versions. I think sometimes I lean more towards the original Merle Haggard version, because it reminds me of my grandpa. But Phoebe Bridgers is so good. I love her version. But it's called If We Make It Through December. It's my favorite Christmas song. At least right now. I feel like it definitely changes. Like last year, it was probably something different.
Yeah. I really like the classics too.
I know. Yeah, me too.
Like even the ones that are super religious, like
I know they just kind of still hit though.
They kind of still hit. I'm like, oh damn, yeah. Church choirs be singing.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, this has been a great season. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. I say this every season. I'm like, how are we still doing this?
I know.
And I feel like we're more committed than ever.
I know. Ooh.
So exciting. So our next season 9, we need to do something big for season 10. I'm already like thinking ahead.
Ooh.
But for season 9, we are going to be back in your ears on the first Tuesday of February, February 7th. We're going to take a much needed break for the holidays. And we hope you guys do too.
Do some self-care.
Yes, actual self-care.
Yeah.
Not like a bubble bath. Do some meditation and some journaling. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe book
do
a therapy
real
appointment.
Self-care.
The holidays are hard.
Yes. Make a therapy appointment. And don't get cuffed this season just to be cuffed for the season. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I mean, those people have probably already done that because of the pumpkin patches and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Shit. Oh well.
I've fallen into that. I'm speaking from experience. Go listen to Taylor's album.
Yeah, and get on your vigilante shit.
Yes, and to see updates from us for the rest of the year, go on over to the Songwriter Diaries at the Songwriter Diaries on Instagram. I know how to self-promote. And yeah, we'll be posting some stuff over there the rest of the year just to keep you guys entertained.
Yes. Thanks for listening. We wouldn't be doing this without you people, so.
Yes, we'll be back in the new year.
Adios.
Bye.